Good for you guys, honestly. So your underlying energy is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning. New beginning in regards to starting something long term or being in a place of where there is stability, support, and security. You know, this is a very awesome card because it indicates that this is going to be, you know, this is a start towards building something that's long term that can really stand the test of time. It's a long term commitment, long term relationship. What do we have underneath here? The King of Wands. Ooh. Okay, so this is definitely with a person that you see as your king. This is someone that you feel absolutely and utterly in love with, and you they just come up as the, you know, as your other half. I love this. Okay, so the current situation is the Eight of Cups. So right now you're not in a place where you actually enjoy, or you're not exactly satisfied with it. I think you are in love with the person that you're with, no doubt. Okay, this is the start of something new, but there is some steps needed to take place before we get to a place where you're, you know, where there's satisfaction and there's actually an avenue in which you want, well, pretty much the relationship in which you want to be in. Okay, because this is not it, but you don't hate the situation, you're not upset, you're not depressed, none of that. You're just like, hey, you know what, I got my boo, but this isn't exactly where I want to stay. Let me go ahead and make the next steps to be in the relationship I want, or to develop the relationship in which I want to be involved in. And I feel like the Seven of Swords being in your outcome, your desired outcome, has a lot to do with taking a risk and going outside of your comfort zone. I feel like you want to go out in a sense of adventure, do something daring and risky, something that's actually exciting, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it's been a while since you've been doing something that you truly enjoyed, and I feel like something that you may want to do has a lot of risk to it, and you want to take that risk. For some of you guys, this is about, you know, being on, not necessarily being honest in your relationship, but mostly just doing what you feel is exciting and passionate in the moment. Now, for the you know, the reason why the Seven of Swords is coming up is potentially in regards to like starting something new and doing something a bit risky, potentially because the Four of Wands, right? You're not in a place where, or maybe the relationship is not in a place where it's stable enough to do something risky and exciting, something that's, you know, daring, or something that's not exactly, you know, comfortable. It could be that there is no foundation yet, or perhaps the relationship hasn't developed to a place where there is a higher level of commitment or something like that. Very interesting. And I do feel like the Six of Wands is a victory showing this, right? For some of you guys, it could be that this relationship is at a state of commitment. Is at a place of, you know, a higher place of commitment. Is, you know, you've worked so hard to get here, potentially. Because the Six of Wands is in the past, which shows there's a lot of work, a lot of effort being put in, a lot of, you know, success due to that effort being put into it, right? Doing what you could do and being the best that you can be. And it showed to be very successful. The Four of Wands is showing out to be very, very good. So far, I'm reading these cards. It's very, very positive. These are very positive readings. This is a very positive reading here. So I feel like the work that you've been putting in has definitely paid off, and it's gotten you to a place where it's more stable, it's more grounded. And I feel like maybe the risk taking can be done because you guys have left the situation and you guys were just straight up and honest with the person that you were with, saying, you know what, this is not necessarily exactly where I want to be. I want something more solid, more concrete, and that's potentially where you guys are. For some of you guys, it could be that there is this, you know, there isn't a lot of stability here because maybe there was a lot of work, a lot of effort being put in, a lot of success, but it hasn't gotten to the place where it's more stable yet. Maybe you've even surpassed this, or maybe there's a new place of stability that needs to be worked on here. Maybe it's not exactly where you guys want it to be yet, but the Six of Swords is coming up to pretty much talk about, you know, wanting to do something new. Let me see. What is the Seven of Swords? Why is the Seven of Swords coming up in Aries' desired outcome? The Three of Cups. Wow. Let me see one more time. Okay, one more card for that, please. One more card for that. Empress. Okay, so for some of you guys, weirdly enough, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Some of you guys may want to take a risk in adding a third party to the situation, into the relationship, and it's maybe not stable enough yet to throw in another person. Now, That's just very, 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 very few of you that may resonate with that story. Now, what I'm seeing though is that perhaps there's a risk in wanting to build something or add a third person to this party, which is getting pregnant. Some of you guys, you may want to actually try to have a child right now, or you guys want to actually start having children. And the only cards I'm missing here, well, there's a lot of cards I'm missing here in regards to another child. So, I mean, take that with a small grain of salt. That's only going to resonate with a very few of you. And then, but the ultimate one that I'm seeing that will resonate with a lot of you guys is that perhaps reconnecting or meeting up or reuniting, but taking it a step further and doing something that actually builds. That's actually towards domestic life. Maybe moving in together. Maybe you guys want to take that step and move in together. And that's probably why it's so risky. Moving in together and working together and working side by side, being the support network in a very community type setting, or pretty much talking about, being in a situation where there is. It's domestic. It's living in together, and perhaps the reason why you can't is because either one, the relationship isn't actually at that peak yet, or two, maybe you're not ready for that, or maybe someone else isn't ready to make that step yet. Even though there was a lot of work and a lot of progress being made and it was successful and everything, maybe that person isn't ready yet, or that there isn't a place necessarily set to move together to. Maybe you guys live in different states, and there's no there's no setting. There's nothing necessarily agreed upon yet of what place to move into together. Okay, now the thing here is with your advice, the best path to follow is telling you to be yourself. Just be you. Just be your authentic self. You know what I'm saying? If this is you and you're not necessarily ready to move in together, then it's totally fine. It's totally acceptable. You got to be true to yourself, right? You got to be true to yourself. But if this is something that you truly do want to do, if you want to move in together, you want to, make either, have a family or whatever. I do feel like this is talking about, going ahead and making it happen. Doing you, doing the best, not necessarily doing the best that you can per se to the, for the relationship, but, building on the relationship, being authentic to yourself, most importantly. Manifest that, making it happen, being in the moment with your partner, most importantly. If this is just not ready yet, if that step isn't exactly ready yet, it doesn't mean it won't ever happen. It will, but I feel like it really truly will. It just was going to require you to just focus in the moment at the moment. Focus on what needs to happen for there to be stability, or enough, oomph. I guess enough going into the relationship to make it very stable, to make it more, make it so that there is more commitment between the both of you in the relationship to even consider moving in or living together. But let's talk about creating something big, creating abundance here. And the Three of Cups is usually communities and things like that. And the Seven of Swords, and it's not lying, because I'm not seeing any lying cards, it's about taking a risk. And the Seven of Cups can be like, the Seven of Cups and Seven of Swords, in a way, can be kind of a very delusional kind of energy. And I'm not saying you're out of delusion or anything like that, but this is a dream. This is a dream. This is picking the path in which you want to take. And I feel like this is what you want to do, but maybe it's too soon, or maybe the situation is, someone else is asking you to do this and you're like, whoa, pump the brakes, buddy, we just started. So, but it all depends. Maybe this is the end game, and that's where the relationship is trying to go, is to move in together and live together as a family. Let's see here, what else can tell us with the Queen of Wands here? The Nine of Pentacles, which is really be committed to yourself and be committed to to the relationship in a way. I feel like you guys already are, because the Ace of Pentacles is the underlying energy. But it's saying just be yourself in the relationship that you're in. If you're in the relationship and you feel very solid and very stable, then just kind of live in the moment and to continue talking about it if necessary. But ultimately, you just be yourself right now. Be yourself. Be you. Because this is your card that's coming up here. Now, with your feelings, you guys have the Eight of Wands. So this is talking about conversations or communication back and forth. That this is also clarity and progress being made in a certain situation. I feel like there's a lot of progress being made right now. A lot of progress. Things are moving very fast. Things are moving like that. All right, things are picking up speed, and I feel like this can be a very overwhelming energy, but this is an Aries that I'm talking to. All right, I don't think it's overwhelming. I think there's a lot going on, and I feel like you are busy and you are, doing everything that you can to make this relationship happen. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles can also talk about, putting action towards your dreams, putting action towards this Ten of Pentacles, right? If you want to move in together, perhaps there's some things that you may need to do in your own personal life to really prepare yourself for transitioning into a relationship that's living together or moving in together. Perhaps this is all about, really committing yourself to that dream and making progress towards it. But I do feel like you have been making progress. You've been making great progress, making great strides. And I feel like you're making great strides and making great progress in your relationship. The arrows of love is also what these are too. So you may be hit with some of these. Ooh. Now, with your hopes and fears, you guys have the World coming up. So this is talking about, a completion of a cycle, a successful completion. And I think you guys truly believe and truly want this. And I want this for you guys too. I feel like, considering that the advice is telling you to be yourself, commit yourself, and really just put the action towards whatever it is that you want to happen, you're good. You're set to go. You're solid with that. Because the Queen of Wands, she is one of the best manifestors. She will manifest whatever she wants because, one, she has the confidence in it. So let's talk about being confident in yourself, knowing that you can make that into a reality, this dream that you want into reality, this Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups rather, making it to reality, because you have this ability to just do it, just do what you need to do, just do it. If this is what you want, do it. Make it happen. Because nothing's going to stand in your way. Nothing's going to stand in your way at all. Now, with your outcome, you have the Seven of Cups. And I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of options ahead of you. A lot of places to pick. A lot of options to go for. And there's a lot of good things that could potentially happen with the Seven of Cups in your outcome, okay? I don't think this is... I feel like, yes, the future is uncertain. But that's just enough. But it's a minor arcana, right? Even if it was major. This is saying that just because the future, it doesn't necessarily have an exact pinpoint of when something's going to happen or what exactly is going to happen, that just leaves it enough. This leaves it enough open space for you guys to create, like the Queen of Wands that you are, the Aries that you guys are creative, right? This gives you enough space and energy and time to create whatever your dream is, and it doesn't confine you and restrict you and hold you back from, at a certain timeline or a certain date. You have to be the person that makes it happen. Male or female, you have to be the person that makes it happen. And if you can do that, and what you can, and you can do it, Aries, okay? There's no doubt. The Seven of Wands energy, this dream of yours can happen, okay? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Whispers of Love. Let's see what you guys get this week for the Whispers of Love. I have a Stevie Wonder song stuck in my head now. Or it just popped up in my head. Isn't she lovely? I don't remember the words. Don't be mad. Demonstrate your love, though, is what the Whispers of Love comes up as, though. Wow. And this says, find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. Which is pretty much what commit to what it is that you want and go for it. This doesn't necessarily have to be like, do something for someone else. Sometimes it does mean that, right? If this is someone that needs some time or some space, then yeah, show that you support them and do that. But I really feel like if you have a dream, if you have a goal in mind for this relationship, make it happen. Do what you need to do to get it done. Don't be ruthless, right? Be very careful. But most importantly, just, if this is your dream, strive for that. You can do it. Okay, let's go ahead and see what your Wisdom of the Oracle cards are for this week as well. Oh, milk and honey. You have a taste of prosperity when that comes up. And it's so cute because there's a little there's an elephant in it playing in the milk. It's cute. So yeah, this is talking about a taste of prosperity. Right now you're in a place of bliss and happiness right now. It's a really good card to get. Right now you have a taste of what you were looking for. You have a taste of your dream. Now it's about acting on it and making it happen. That's why it's a taste of prosperity. This is the taste of prosperity card, or this is the prosperity card, really. Your dreams are only an arm length away, but this is where it becomes the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, right? It's going to be hard work. It's going to take a little bit of time to make happen. It's all up to you whether or not to put in that time and effort to make it happen. Okay, y'all. I'm trying to push this a little bit off the side. Let's see if you can see the Ace of Pentacles. But hey, whatever. But that's what's going on, guys. Okay.